Unscripted.
I've kind of run into my first major problem on PlayStation 5 myself, and it's something that maybe has me going back and playing games on my Xbox Series X, or in particular a game. And, you know, it's a bit frustrating because I don't understand it. Clearly, Sony had a lot of this stuff thought out beforehand. I just don't know how it's not better implemented with everything that's kind of happened. And you know, I think that this is something that is worth doing a video on, because I try to be as honest and upfront as I possibly can be when it comes to this kind of stuff. And it's just one of those things where I wanted to do a video about it right now and let everybody know sort of the frustration that I was going through and why I felt this way, because I try to be as open and upfront with each and every one of you as possible, and hopefully you guys understand that and understand where I'm coming from and kind of take it for what it is, because I'm definitely not trying to stir the pot or anything like that. This is just a little bit frustrating because it's something that I want to play, and it's something that's difficult, made difficult even more so just because of the current situation and things like that. So I hope that this all gets straightened out, and I hope that we see, you know, some things kind of taking a better look at this instead of how we've kind of seen it so far. So yeah, very interesting that this has kind of happened the way that it has. But, you know, I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to ask you guys about it and see where you stand on it. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I don't know. But it's going to be interesting to see your all's reaction to my problem with the PlayStation 5. Hey, what's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you guys are looking for a way to help out your channel, you know, or any channel, this is the best way to do that, right? Go out there. Support anybody that has a channel. The best thing to do is just to like the video, or you could go ahead and, you know, you can share it out. Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your grandma, tell your dog. Maybe your dog has a cell phone. I don't know. But, you know, shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. I'm trying different things. I'm talking about different things, the things that affect me personally. And, you know, I want that to be something that I continue to do, because I feel like not enough people keep it 100 and keep it honest, you know, where all things are concerned like this. And, you know, I wanted to kind of do that and just sort of let you guys know where I was coming from with this. So as you guys might know, I know I'm probably in the minority here, but I really did like the Avengers game, Marvel's Avengers, that came out. I got it on PlayStation 4 Pro. I played it for quite a bit. I wasn't, I didn't beat it, because I set it aside to wait for the update for the next generation, which then ended up getting delayed. And then I had some credits on the Xbox, and I picked up the Xbox version for like $20 or whatever. And so I was like, cool, I got both versions. I can, you know, do a graphics comparison. I can just check it out for myself, blah, blah, blah. You know, and then I thought, you know, well, I'll import my save file. So the way that they did this was very convoluted in the first place, and I think I might even have talked about this in a podcast or a video. It was very frustrating the way that this happened. So, you know, they're like, okay, well, you got to go into your PS4, boot that up, and then you go in there and then you export your save file or whatever up to the cloud, and then you migrate your save file, and then you go over, you got to go to the PS5 and, you know, click on that and migrate it into there and then start that up or whatever. So I go and do that, and unfortunately for me, it doesn't work. It says migration failed. So I did this numerous times. Now, if you don't know how my setup kind of works, my setup sort of works like this. I have a PlayStation 4 Pro that is set up out in the living room, and I set up the VR out there. Kids all love that and everything. And, you know, and it has, I have, you know, I think a 5 terabyte worth of games on there. And, you know, and then what I do is I uploaded that, and then I come back in to my room to play Avengers, you know, pick up where I left off because I was further along, and you know, they can't find my save, so I can't do that. The USB save thing didn't work. Nothing I do works to get my save file in there. Basically, I have to start all over. I said nuts to that, so I started playing on the Xbox version. You know, like, this is the thing that bugs me. Like, I don't want there to be a lot of frustration involved when I move on. And I can't get pretty much any save to work that I had from PS4 to PS5 that I can think of. I mean, there's not a ton of games that I had that were ready to do that, like save-wise, but I literally can't get any of them. And the funny thing is I set my PlayStation 3 up, right? And I'll give you a little history on my PS3. So I originally bought a PS3 when they came out. And I bought the PS3 Fat and, all that kind of stuff. And I really wanted to play Metal Gear Solid 4, and, I was a big Metal Gear fan and all this kind of stuff. So I was backwards compatible and all that kind of stuff. But the thing that people don't talk about is that those things were really, really easy to overheat, just like the Red Ring of Death. Like, that thing yellow lighted on me 3 times, and on the 3rd time, there's nothing that these places can do to fix these things, right? So by the time that happened for the 3rd and final time, and I junked it, I bought the latest PS3, which was the non-mechanical one. It was the Last of Us bundle, and this was, I think, already after the Xbox One and PS4 had come out. And I picked this up, just because I was like, it bothered me, like, as a collector, to have hundreds of PlayStation 3 games and no PlayStation 3. So I had the non-mechanical PS3, the little cheap-looking one. And so I had that. All my save files and stuff like that were there. And then what happened was, during the move recently, that broke. Like, it wouldn't start up. So what did I do again? Once again, as a collector, I cannot stand not having something there to play with, right? Like, even if I never played it again. So I bought a PS3 Slim refurbished, right? And what I did was I logged into the thing, and then you can check, and it's got my save files all right there still. How is it easier to bring forth my save files from a console that weren't even there than it is going from PS4 to PS5, even though it's like much older technology? I don't understand that, but it's very frustrating. And, like I said, it's not a huge problem. I'm still playing like some multiplats on the PlayStation 5, but it just looks to me like, it's just one of those things that kind of bums me out, because I was enjoying that game. It was like only so far or what have you. And, to have to start completely over, and then I'd have to start all over on the PlayStation side. And the thing is, I really was looking forward to the Spider-Man stuff. So now I have to redo, I think, probably 7 hours of gameplay on the PlayStation side, because that's about how far I was in. And it just sort of annoys me and irks me that that's the case right now. You know what I mean? And I hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from. It's not something where I'm like hating blindly on, on PlayStation and, oh man, he's creeping back to Xbox. Nothing like that. It's just, for me personally, this is a situation where I don't understand what they were thinking, and it just kind of bums me out when you see that this happened. And for me personally, I just think that there's probably a better way, and I hope that whatever the deal is, that that Microsoft or whoever, that they follow kind of the Microsoft path when they get this kind of done, because I just feel like they did a really piss poor job with this right now. And anything can change in the future, I'm sure, but when are we going to see these changes, and will it be too late by then? Like, I see other people get frustrated by this. I just think that there has to be something that they can do to get this working a little bit better than it is right now, and it's just kind of a frustrating, sad fact right now that it's not working better. So for right now, I finally see something that's working better on Xbox. It has me using Xbox a little bit more. I like the game. What can I say? I know people are gonna think that that's stupid or whatever, but like, I really genuinely like the game. I think it's fun. I'm not talking about the multiplayer portion. I'm talking about just the playing through the stories and things like that. There's different ones, and each of the new characters gets a new little story and things like that. And I think it's just kind of cool. And it's so frustrating that I lost all that time, because as people know, man, as you get older and kids and families and stuff like that, it's harder to find that time to game. And a lot of people ask me why I don't like, something like Souls games or whatever. And one of the things that I say is, I don't really have time for those type of games anymore, And the reason is like, you lose all your stuff and you got to backtrack. The that's super frustrating, you know, for me to do that. So hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. Maybe, you know, I don't know if there's ever going to be a fix for this. I keep going back and trying to get this to work right, and it never ends up working right. But let me know what you guys think. Have you guys had a workaround for this? Is there anything that you guys suggest? Maybe let me know what you think. Sound off, read, comment, subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. And I definitely think the world of you guys and appreciate all the feedback and all that kind of great stuff. Thank you very much for rocking out with me. Have a fantastic day. Take care of each other. Have a good night. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer, out.
Unscripted.